Now this was a surprise for the good reasons, really. I think everyone expected it was going to change. We had a flurry of sellers trying to get out the market quickly, trying to complete before the budget came out. And ironically, it was the opposite in the end. It was those people buying it suddenly were going to pay more because it had dragged on. So capital gains tax remained the same, which was good news overall for this industry. So again, a bit like stamp duty, what does that mean for it? Well, in the immediate term, I think those people I mentioned that were flurrying to quickly maybe sell and do something with it might just calm down. I think we'll see less landlords potentially dramatically looking to sell, which is only going to add to this housing shortage issue, which is so well known, which increases rents and makes it attractive to investors.
There was a report came out, I think it was today, from Savills, saying that over the next 5 years rents will increase by 20%. So again, talking about, say, our Doncaster scheme, an £800 rent over the next 5 years, if that does increase, you could be looking at close to £1,000 for a one bed in Doncaster. I mean, good rents.
Absolutely.
And I think probably our own experience is that we have seen rents increase. The property I have in Manchester started at £500 a month. We're now on £1,200 a month. It's been a few years. 2007 we bought it, but it's just rents have continued to go up. There was a stagnating period, sort of COVID time, but after that it just flew.
And that's the beauty of property investing in general. You either get both. You're either going to get a boom in property and prices are going to shoot up, or if those start to slow down, more people are going to rent, so your actually income's going to increase. And it's why us invest in properties, why so many people do want it. You have to look at it, and we say it so many times, look at it from a long-term point of view. These little bumps in the road, if you like, should never deter anyone from purchasing it. And in fact, those savvy enough, and we'll get onto it in a bit, may well see it as this is the opportunity when it's perceived to be not a great time to invest.
Absolutely. I think if you look at it, as you were saying there, these peaks and troughs, as we used to talk about, historically property has always performed, hasn't it? Both on rent and on growth, on capital gain. And it's you should always choose the market in which you sell to make a profit. And probably today is not the ideal time to sell, but it is the ideal time to buy.
Absolutely. And I suppose even if capital gains tax had went up, because the likelihood is we may well have been talking here right now and saying, well, it's gone up, and what does that mean? And I think it's important to stress, capital gains is tax based on a profit,
on a gain.
On a gain. So as much as it's not nice and no one wants to have to pay any sort of tax, you've ultimately made a profit, and you're getting slightly less profit than what you were, but you've not lost any money or anything like that, and you're in a good position for you to suddenly have to pay those tax a bit. So again, it shouldn't never really deter anyone from purchasing a property.
No, I think if you buy into the property market with a negativity of thinking I'm going to pay capital gains tax at some point, I think I would question why you buy it. You should be looking to say, how much tax am I going to pay? If I'm paying 10, 15, 20,000, happy days, because I have made 100,000 maybe, something in that order.
And I think it depends as well on your model when you purchase property. We see a lot of people these days who purchase property and they look to remortgage further down the line, they pull money out of it, and crucially there is no capital gains tax when you remortgage a property and you pull money out that way, so it wouldn't have affected those types of investors as well. So it could well have happened, it could have increased, it still wouldn't have been the end of the world for this industry, but it's nice it didn't happen.